I want to ask you guys a question now, and please leave me a comment, even you guys that usually don't leave a comment. So I'm curious to know, how many times a day do you stop at the store? I'm just curious. In a 5-hour period. If you were going to work and you stopped at the store on the way to the first job, you got to the first job at 9, and you're getting off at 1:40, 1:45, how many more stops do you need to make? You're only doing 5 properties. So you stop in the morning, right? And then you get to the first job, and the jobs are, you know, 5 minutes from each other. You do 2, then you stop at a store again, and then you do 2 small ones. I mean, these are all small properties. They're all $50 ons. And then so you stop at the store in the morning on the way. You get to the first job about 9. You do that one, and then you do one that's about 5 minutes away. And then you stop again at the store, again. So, and then you do 2 more right there in the same area. And then you got a 20-minute ride back across town. And then you get back on this side of town, and you help over here for about, I don't know, maybe 25 or 30 minutes. I'm sending you to the last one in my neighborhood, you know, not a big one or nothing. And then you come up to me and ask me, can you go by the store? 3 stops to me by 1:30, 1:45 is way too many. I'm curious, man, because when I'm out here solo, I go by the store in the early morning on the way to the first job, and I get fuel and everything that I need. And I don't stop again unless I need fuel. You know? It's the truth. Of course, I'm eating me something in the morning. I'm sleeping right. I'm eating right. I'm waking up in the morning, I'm having a cup of coffee, some yogurt, a granola bar before I ever leave the house. And that goes back to what I was saying the other day. That's the benefit of having a place to stay. You know. I don't know. But I'm curious to know how many times a day you guys stop when you're getting off before 2 and you're starting at 9. I don't know. I'm curious. You let me know in the comments. Please let me know, y'all. Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. That's Ray. All right, you guys, all right. So, it's Monday, man. It's Monday. Thank God. I got to go to this end of the county because I got to take the Harley right back. Then I'm going to go back home, hook to the lawn trailer, and here we go. The weather's so much better, man. It's not nearly as hot and all that. So I saw a video that Shane did, you know, the DLT on the aerator, the new Exmark aerator. Yeah, those are the kind. Those kind of things happen to all brands. I've had, hell, when I got this new $15,000 Skag, I got on the first job, and one of the pulleys seized up on it and broke the belt. You know, of course I was mad, and I was dogging Skag out. You know. So, you know, it happens, man. It ain't never a good time for that kind of thing to happen, man. Buckeye Power will fix it, give him a demo, whatever, you know, and he'll be able to get on. It looked like, you know, to me, you know, it looked like, you know, whoever assembled it didn't assemble it correctly. I don't know what that piece of metal was that came out from underneath it. It looked like some kind of guard or something, the way it, you know, it had a tunnel. Anyway, I hope Shane gets it fixed. I don't really know a lot about, you know, the aerators and stuff that Exmark makes. But in seeing the video that Shane did and seeing the, you know, what happened to it, you know, it doesn't look like anything detrimental. It looks like a pulley broke or seized up or something. I don't think that Buckeye Power knowingly sold him that like that. I mean, why would they? You know, it's going to be I bet you, it's going to be whoever assembled it didn't assemble it. I had the same thing with the Skag on a couple of issues. Number one, the first job I pulled up on with my Skag, my new Skag, it seized the rear, the pulley, the deck pulley, seized up, you know, the idler, and it broke the belt. And then I had the brake bolts just come out, you know, to hold the brake caliper and all on. So, you know, these are kind of things that happen, you know, when machines are new. They haven't been beat around. They haven't been any kind of, you know, jiggle until you get to working it for the first time. I've had bolts come loose, you know, and it really goes all the way back to whoever put it together, you know, assembled it. They didn't assemble, because they got guys that are assembling these things that are not mechanics. They're just salesperson, you know. And the salesperson really, he might be putting one of these things together and the phone ring, and then he has to go answer the phone, and then he comes back and he forgets to tighten a bolt up. And then you know, most of the time when you don't tighten one bolt up, then that affects something else, and that affects something else, and something comes off and it breaks the belt, you know, or breaks the pulley or something. Because a lot of times, you know, I know the Exmark, some of the Exmark, the idler pulleys and stuff on the mowers. Now I don't know about aerators. The idler pulleys, they just the idler, you know, it's plastic. Now all the other ones are steel, but the idler is plastic. You know, on the deck. Now, so, you know, I don't know that I would blackball Exmark, Shane, but I get your feeling, man. I understand exactly what you're coming from. Hopefully they'll fix it and you'll be able to make money with it. I mean, I feel very confident that they can fix that, you know. I really do. But such harsh words to my company, man. But it's okay. I understand, because I'm out here in the grind with you, my friend. So yeah. Right now, after I use that rake this weekend, I can think of about 3 jobs that I can do with one. One of the jobs would be about $2,500. Well, one of the jobs would probably be about $1,500 to $1,800. Another one of the jobs would be probably around $1,000, and then the other one would probably be right around $1,000. So I can see, you know, $3,800 or so right now if I bought one of those hydro rakes, or, you know, Hardy rakes or whatever. I can instantly get $3,500 on my money back. But see but my thinking is, if I did that right, then once I shot my $3,500, you know, load, then I wouldn't have any other work lined up as of right now. If I had, you know, I could do with the Harley rake, then it'd be a no-brainer. I would buy it, I'd make my $9 grand, I'd pay the Harley rake off, and you know, I would you know, have it, you know, for you know, for any other jobs in the future. But ideally, you would want, you know, $15,000 or $16,000 in work with the Harley rake. So then you could buy the Harley rake, get your 10 grand or 8 grand back, whatever, you know, 8 to 10 grand back. Then make an additional 4 or 5 grand. You know, that would be a no-brainer. If you're me, I would just go out and buy one, because I could go buy one right now if I wanted to. But see, I'm disciplined with my money to a certain degree, you know, certain degree. Especially when it comes to tools and equipment. So I'm gonna be having one of them things in the back of my head when I'm out here on the Bobcat doing any jobs. Bo is Bo, and Bo, you know, he called me about 10 minutes ago, and he's talking about, you know, potential, you know, well, he's talking about, you know, work. You know, he done went the other way, and I'm already went this way. You know, I mean, he continuously does the same thing, you know, over and over again. The stars have got to align, y'all, for me to work Bo. Or I gotta really need him, you know. And today, I don't really need him. So, but see, the thing about it is, what ends up happening is if I don't need him, then something's gonna end up happening where he's not gonna be available. And, you know, and then on a job that I might need him on, I won't be able to get him, you know, because of whatever reason, you know, him not having a phone, him not being in the area. You know, he's on probation, and he was supposed to report last week, and he did not report. So, you know, but he can't, you know, again, you know, it's all the same. He can't call me at 8:15 in the morning talking about work. I'm ready to get through. I'm ready to, man, I'm just so ready to get done with this season, man, and be done with all this headache. You know, lawn care headaches, man. Lawns are becoming a headache, you know, at this point. And by next summer, I'll be ready to start doing lawns again, you know. But if I have a real lucrative winter, and I could, you never know, man. I might damn step away from this lawn care stuff so much, cause it's just a big headache to me, man. Cool, man. Yeah. A lot of headache out here, you know, doing the lawn care. To me, when you compare it to other stuff that I can do, you know. But I wouldn't be able to do any of that other stuff if I didn't put myself in a spot to be able to, you know. Yeah, I put myself in the spot to be able to. I took a chance with the Bobcat. I took a chance with the lift. I'm still taking chances. When you take chances, you're gonna either crash and burn, or you're gonna fly and succeed. One or the other. And that's what I'm all about. The Bobcat, buying the Bobcat could have turned out to be a catastrophe, you know. I could have got it and wrecked it, or blew the engine up, or anything could have happened, you know. Because I didn't buy it from a dealer, I bought it from an individual. Same way with the lift. I could have bought the lift, and I could have, you know, I could have flipped it 100 times. You know? I'd much rather just, you know, I don't know, man, make money and not have the headache. The older I get, the headache is just bad. So, all right, y'all, so that's a wrap on the day. It's you know, Monday afternoon. It's a little bit after 3, and I just got home. Yeah, man, I'm pretty burned out on all this lawn care stuff, y'all. I'll be honest with you. For this year, I'm ready just to for the lawns to stop growing, and I'm going to be trying to get out of lawn care work. If it don't need it, I'm certainly not going to cut it. I don't, you know, if they can skip it, I want to skip it. Just the whole process of doing all these lawns and all the stuff that's required to do them, you know. All the lawn mowers, having somebody drive the second truck, having to deal with all the issues that come up, you know, from the customers to the labor, you know. I've had my fill, y'all, up to here, over it, man, for this season. Maybe I'll feel different come April, but right now, if I don't see another lawn for the next 6 months, I'm good. I just got a terrible taste in my mouth about everything. And yeah. And see, what ends up happening is once I start feeling a certain type of way, there ain't no going back, you know. There ain't no, you know, yeah. See, I feel like I'm being pushed, you know, and I don't respond well to that, because I try to treat the customers right, the guys that work for me right, and you know, but they don't always try to treat me right, see, and that's the way it goes. So, yeah. I'm fixing to get out from under all this labor. I'm not fixing to have to be dependent on labor. I'm not fixing to have to be dependent on anybody, on any guys out here. I need to find one guy that ain't got all these all these things going on in their life, you know, that ain't got nothing to do with work. just somebody that wants to come to work every day, that wants to do a job, and he wants to get paid good money without all the side action, you know, without all the hoopla about things going on outside of work, you know. I need a freaking vacation, man. Get the hell away from all this stuff. So I'm just got a sour taste in my mouth, man, and it's not a good feeling. It's just not a good feeling when I feel like, you know, I'm getting taken advantage of, actually, you know. That's the way I feel. So whether it's true or not, that's the way I feel. But I keep doing it. I keep going through it because I have to. Because the lawns require so much labor to make any good money. And I'm like, man, I'm fixing to start dropping some customers, y'all. I'm gonna have to, man. It's just too stressful, man, you know, out here, you know, having to depend on labor so hardcore that I just about got to put up with anything, you know, just to get the work done. You know, I'm not used to that. I'm not used to having to deal with, you know, all the things I'm having to deal with this year. This year has by far been the worst labor year ever, you know, by far. And it ain't gonna get better. The only way it'll get better is if I make it better for me. That's the only way it'll get better. Those guys that work for you out here, that they're out here, they ain't trying to get any better at nothing. They ain't trying to, you know, do anything great. All they're trying to do is get a little check, blow their money, and do it again. That's all they're trying to do, you know. And I ain't talking about anybody in particular. I'm just saying. We'll look up 10 years from now, the guys will be in the same damn place that they are now. I can't stand it, dude. And you know, if nothing changes, well then nothing changes. And see, I don't wallow around in the ditch for long. You know, I'll do what I have to do, but when I see a way out of the ditch, y'all, I get out of the ditch. That's what I do. When I fall back in the ditch, I figure out a way to get out of it again. I don't wallow around in the ditch. Just saying. So take it for what you know. Take it for whatever you want to take it for. It's the way I feel. You know. And people around you can wallow around in the ditch all they want, but that don't mean I gotta be a part of it. You can't just get guys that'll come out here and do a job. They gotta have all these side action issues. They gotta, you know, they need a front on their money. They need this, they need that. They want this, they want that. They want this much money, they want that much money. Well, there's things that I want too. I want to be efficient. I don't want to stop 3 and 4 times a day. I want the expectations to be better. Just like they want the money to be better. The money's never going to get better when the expectations don't get any better. When the reality doesn't get any better, the money don't get no better either. There ain't no win. There ain't no win. I think I'm going to buy a new Swisher pull-behind mower so I can do these big properties without all the guys coming to work and stuff, without having to hire anybody. Because I got a lot of big properties, man, that are pretty lucrative. If I buy a Swisher 60-inch mower, a new one, you know, then I can cut. It's like having 2 mowers, you know. That may be one way I can keep the big accounts without keeping all the labor. See, these guys come out here and they see all the work, you know, and then they think they got somebody like me over the barrel, and in a way they do. But I don't respond well to that kind of thing. I'll self-destruct before I let somebody, you know, run me. I will. I'll do things way outside the box that the average person might not do. You know, I'll start going solo and just do the best I can out here. And if the customers, and whatever customers I don't get to, I just don't get to. You know, that's just how it is, man. sick of it, dude. I'm sick of it. I wish I had a boss that would give me money every day, and I wish I had a boss that would pay me, you know, $18 and $20 an hour. I wish I had a boss that tries to look out for me like I do for the guys that work for me. These guys could care less about what I do or what I go through. They don't give a damn. They just trying to get more money. They trying to get more than what they actually deserve, and I'm already paying more than they actually deserve anyway. They are. I'm paying more than what I should. But see, some people are built like that. You know, you give them an inch, they want 2 inches, and they want 3 inches, and they want 6 inches, and they want a foot, and then they want a mile. See, I don't respond well to none of that. Maybe it's a flaw of mine. I might need to look at that. But it's just, you know, ungrateful human behavior is what it is. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm just throwing that out there. If you're offended by that, then you need to look in the mirror. And I know a lot of the lawn care guys go through it out here just like I'm going through it. I know y'all do. I know you do. And I feel for you, because it's been brutal, you know. It's gonna change too. You bet that. This is gonna change. I'm not gonna feel like this in my own freaking business. I'm not. In the business that I started, that I grinded, that I built up, that I did all these things to get this business to a point where I need help. I did all that. These guys come out here for 2 months, they think that they damn running shit. They want to try to tell me what they expect to make and what they expect out of me. When I'm looking at, like, you need to be grateful that I'm working you. You need to be grateful that you're getting $18, $20 an hour. That's how you need to be looking at it. You need to be grateful that that I'm thoughtful enough to you know, give you a front on your money every day, that I'm thoughtful enough to pay you top dollars. I don't have to do all that. I'm feeling it today, man. I'm pretty angry about the whole situation. I mean, but I'm not angry at anybody. How can I be angry at anybody? I'm angry at myself for putting myself in the position that I'm in right now. That's who I'm angry at. It ain't nobody's fault but my own. You know? But I'm gonna come up out of it. You believe that? I don't know any other way. I'm not gonna walk around in the ditch. I'm coming up out that ditch and gonna flourish just like always. Anyway, this is Sour Puss Ray, and it's Sammy Time Monday. We'll see y'all.